Hey everybody, this is Abraham coming to you with another government contracting tip from the top of Stone Mountain. In today's contracting tip, I want to share with you a little known secret that very few businesses know how to use or have ever used, and some of them have never even heard of it. For you, you will learn this secret contracting tip today. And if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you how you can get a copy of this secret. See you on the site. All right, hey, everybody. It's time for another government contracting tip. And today I am at the top of Stone Mountain again. You know, every day I do exercise. Some days I go to a park. Some days I come up to Stone Mountain. I live about 20 minutes away from the Stone Mountain here in Georgia. And so I come up here because it's a nice little hike, try to get up to the top. It's good exercise. And just like getting exercise, you as a business owner in the government market, you have to exercise your brain. You have to exercise your muscles. And in today's tip, I'm going to talk about how to utilize a very little known secret that most businesses have never used in the past. So what is this here? What is the secret government contracting tip? It is about FAR 15.6. Now go read FAR 15.6 and learn about this here, but I'm going to tell you what that is about. FAR 15.6 talks about unsolicited proposals. Yes, that is correct. Unsolicited proposals. So what is an unsolicited proposal? So there is a solicitation. A solicitation is the opposite of an unsolicited proposal. A solicitation is an RFP, RFQ, where the government has a problem. They know what kind of solution they want. And so they will put out an RFP or what's called a solicitation asking for companies to submit a bid, a proposal, so they can choose someone to award that contract to. In an unsolicited proposal, it's the opposite of a solicitation. The government has a problem. They don't even know if there's a solution. And most of the time, they sometimes don't even know that they have a problem. Well, you as an entrepreneur, you with your emerging technology, you with your innovation, you understand that there are certain problems that contracting officer or program managers or directors, they don't understand that they have a problem. And so in the situation where you understand that there is a problem, there is a need, and you want to get a contract for your business, you want to use FAR 15.6 to help you. So this is what an unsolicited proposal is. You understand a problem that the government has. They haven't asked for any solicitation. And then what you do is you engage someone. Maybe there's two paths to it. One is develop a relationship and then ask to see if you can submit unsolicited proposal to them. That's one way. Or the second way is you go ahead and prepare your unsolicited proposals. You reach out to the contracting officer or to the program manager that is the appropriate person that you're trying to solve their problem. And you send that into them. Typically, you want to send it to two people, the contracting officer and maybe a program manager or a director of that agency, and then you tell them what the problems are, what your solution is, how much it costs, and how you want them to award you a contract, and then you can actually get a contract that way. Let me share with you a story about Kimberly. Kimberly has a company called Blue Scorpion Reputation. She's a PR advertising firm. She got into the government market, submitted over 20 proposals, and did not win a contract. And then she learned about unsolicited proposal, and she said, wow, this is interesting. So she was attending a matchmaking industry day, and at the event, the USDA, there was someone up there as a panelist talking about a problem that they had. They were just talking about problems. They weren't even looking for a solution. They're just saying, hey, USDA, we know all the big farmers out there. What we don't know is the little micro farmers, the farmers that have 2 acres, that have half an acre, the farmers that have 10 acres that's in the urban community, that's in the suburb area, and they sell maybe to a restaurant. They sell maybe at the local farmers market. They're not necessarily a big farm. They're just a local urban farmer. And so the USDA was talking about problems. They don't know who these companies are. They don't know who these farmers are. So Kimberly at the networking event, as she listened to the panelists afterwards, she engaged the panelists after it was over and said, hey, I heard what you were sharing, and is it possible for me to come and meet with you to learn more about that? The panelists said, oh yeah, absolutely. So a few weeks later, Kimberly met with them. She heard and listened, asked them questions to talk about what that, to get a little bit more information about the pain point, the problem that they were having. And then at the end, Kimberly said, is it okay if I submit you an unsolicited proposal to address the problem that you're talking about? Now, they weren't really looking for an answer, but because Kimberly thought she has a way to help them, she said, I think I have a way to help you connect to all the local farmers. So they said, okay, sounds great. Why don't you put together your unsolicited proposal and submit it to us? She went and did that. She submitted to the USDA. They said, hey, come and meet with us. She met with them. They said, wow, this is awesome. Your solution is amazing. We want to bring you on to help us with this. But unfortunately, your budget is $2 million. We don't have $2 million. This is a problem we knew we kind of had, but we weren't really looking or ready for an answer yet. So Kimberly said, she was a little bit discouraged when they were saying that. And then the procurement officer said, here's what we can do, Kimberly. We have some discretionary funding. We're going to allocate $125,000 to you, and we could create a pilot project, work with you on that, and then see how it goes, and then we can allocate. And while we're working on getting more budget for this here, we can get you started. So that's kind of how Kimberly, after 20 proposals that she submitted, she did not win. On her first unsolicited proposal, she got awarded $125,000. Now they have come back to her. They've gone from the pilot, moving on to another phase of it. So that's how Kimberly got her contract, using an unsolicited proposal technique that very few businesses know how to do it. Now, if you're watching this episode here, I do have an unsolicited proposal template. I want you to have access to it. So if you send me an email, info@govcontractors.org, send me an email on the subject line, unsolicited proposal template. And if you send that to me, be more than happy to give you a free unsolicited proposal template. There you go. That's today's tip. Unsolicited proposal. Use that to help you go out there and win $125, $2 million, lots of contract opportunities available through FAR 15.6. Read FAR 15.6. Get the template from us. Send me an email, info@govcontractors.org. Like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in another episode. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.